to me. Okay, guys. So I don't know if y'all remember this actual red table discussion. I am not sure if they are still allowed, if we're still allowed to comment on these videos, but I'm gonna try and take y'all down memory lane for a little bit if you don't mind. Do y'all remember that conversation about is feminism dead with Cindy? I can't remember what her last name was. She's really funny and cool, and I really like her content. And she was on a discussion panel about feminism. And I remember one woman.
Society that basically takes precedence, and it's frustrating. So yeah, of course, it's frustrating because when we try to talk about it, we get shouted down, we get told to be quiet, we get spoken down too as well.
Okay.
So I was really scared, scared about this because I feel like it shouldn't matter what race of woman you are because women have struggled very long and hard in many ways to be able to defend the concept of femininity in many spaces. And so the the idea and concept of womanhood and feminism is very, very unique to us, irregardless of what kind or race of woman you are. And for this woman,
You're literally a white woman from Australia. You live in a bubble and you're pissed that voices that have been silenced forever finally can be heard.
That's why they have the voice, because they speak up.
Okay, we're having a conversation about transgender.
to behave in the way that she did was very, very, it did us all a great disservice. And I'm going to tell you why. I remember reading The Hidden Face of Eve very briefly and not getting through everything and thinking to myself that, wow, some women have it very bad, you know? But women in other countries experience the same kind of thing in a different in a different way. And if you, while the two things might not be politically transferable because of the level of independence, freedom, and policies that protect women's spaces, I don't think that we should actually be discrediting either one's experience at this level. I mean, she was talking and making some very good points. And it seemed to me, of course, she talked later on about it on her reflections on her own channel, Sydney did, and what the experience was like for her. But I felt like I just wanted to disown that girl because that woman because she was just using her victimhood in such a way that like you don't really have a choice or a say, even though we have made so much progress and we have moved so much more further. And it makes me feel like discrimination and womanhood and feminism has taken a dark path down this idea that if you're not a victim fighting for a cause, then what's really the point? It used to be that women had actual problems that needed solving. And now we're just sort of like creating problems in order for us to demonize other people, including other women. And I don't think that any woman's struggle is any less than any other woman's struggle. I think that we all have a lot to learn in terms of what it is we need protecting in certain sacred spaces. And I'm not even going to address some of the other points on this panel that really irked me because we just don't have that kind of time. But I feel like when you stand up and you take away another woman's voice just so that your voice can seem louder and more relevant, it is embarrassing to all of us. We are here as sisters fighting for our place and our space to be sacred and valued and to be able to also respect and give each other the chance to be heard. And when we don't do that, we become our own worst enemy. And this is exactly the kind of thing that makes me so like nauseous because I really believe that I want to defend women, but we always present ourselves in such a way that I just cannot condone this kind of behavior. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? So, I really believe, I hope that you guys can respectfully comment on this throwback and tell me what it is you like about this conversation. I don't really have a lot of specific things that I want to say this time. But it's been a long time coming because this is one of many examples that I have seen women publicly disgrace themselves by trying to put other women down. And we just need to stop because this is not what our mothers and grandmothers and sisters and aunties fought for.
Like, because there's one group in society that basically takes precedence, and it's frustrating. So yeah, of course, it's frustrating because when we try to talk about it, we get shouted down, we get told to be quiet, we get spoken down too as well. So
Okay, I
there's
think-
hostility there for plenty of women.
Let's try to make
As an ally in places where there's no understanding, we can just respect and not really, like, our opinions don't fucking matter.
Hope to see you guys in the next one. Now I open up the floor to all of you. That's what she likes to say. And please like and subscribe. And thanks for stopping by.